Hi guys, it's Jessy here and welcome today to a new pick a card reading. Guys, in this pick a card reading, we're going to look at how people see you at first. So we're going to focus on the first impression that you make on others, guys. So to bring you that answer today, I have prepared 4 card decks that are representing the 4 groups of today. So group number 1, you're represented today by the Naked Heart Tarot card deck and this beautiful pyramid on top. Group number 2, for you, I have the Tattoo Ink Tarot card deck with this beautiful Botswana tower on top. Group number 4, you're represented by the Luna Soul Tarot card deck with this beautiful crystal geode on top. And group number 4, you're represented by the Modern Witch Tarot card deck and this beautiful tourmaline quartz on top. So beautiful souls, take a moment right now to tune into your own energy and focus upon that question, how you come across the first time people see you, and then pick one of these 4 groups that you see in front of you and go down below in the comment box or in the description box, though you find a timestamp that will bring you directly to your reading. Now guys, keep in mind that all of the readings that I do on my channel are general readings, so only take what resonates with you, and of course to always keep following your own heart and your intuition. So guys, I'm going to start off now with group number 1, which is this group that is represented by the Naked Heart Tarot card deck and this beautiful pyrite, and all the other groups I'll see you at the click of your timestamp. Hi there, group number 1. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful pyrite crystal and the Naked Heart Tarot card deck. So guys, keep in mind that this reading is all about how others perceive you at first and not about how you truly are. So there is a nuance there, so keep that in mind while watching this reading. I am pretty curious of where we're going to get into this reading for you. So first up here, we have the 3 of Cups. And we have here the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so right off the bat here, what I can see with these 2 cards is that people, when they meet you, they perceive you as someone who's actually pretty much a team player, someone who gets along with other people very easily, especially when people meet you in the work environment. They feel like they can work easily with you. There is most of the time kind of like an instant click. So I'm seeing here you're someone that might come across as very flexible, as very fun to work around with, especially when we're having here the dolphin. There is kind of like a playful energy about you. So it could be that people perceive you to be funny or to be very interesting, a little bit playful. So it could also be that you have something within your natural traits that makes you be just a little bit funny or playful. I feel like you have a really playful energy and people feel instantly just relaxed around you. They don't feel like they have to pretend to be someone else or a whole different person around you. They can just relax and just be themselves and chill, and you have like that good vibration that attracts a lot of people. So yeah, overall I'm seeing here people, when they see you as someone who's pretty fun, good to be around with, good to socialize with. You might be someone who talks easily, naturally. Good stuff always seems to come to you. You're pretty easy to make conversation with. So yeah, that is something that I'm seeing here. Now within the 10 of Pentacles, I can see here that people, the first time that they see you, they think that you're very successful. So whether that is because they see it in the way you dress or the way that you present yourself, or there's something about you that just makes them feel just a tiny bit intimidated, like, wow, dang, this is a person who has a lot going on for them. So that is literally the vibration that you give like a lot of people, like, this is a really successful person. So it could just be that you're someone who's always put together or who pays a lot of attention to their appearance, or finds hygiene really to be something that's really important. So I'm seeing here overall they see a certain type of success, a certain set of status within you, that they're like, dang, that person is a good looking success person that I feel like some might envy as well. But overall they feel like they can trust you and they can build upon you, and that you have like a pretty solid energy that most people like. So I'm feeling here group number 1, people absolutely like to be around you. People like successful person to be around them, just also not only to to motivate them, also inspire them. We also have here the Ace of Swords. So within this one, I'm seeing a pretty elegant person here. I feel like a lot of people, as I say, they kind of almost like envy the way you look, the way that you're always kind of like put together, or there's something really sleek and nice about you. I don't know like how else I can say it, but that's like the type of energy that I'm getting from this beautiful swan that is coming here. But also I'm seeing here that you're someone who is a very communicative, very strong, articulate. You know how to talk, how to speak. I'm seeing also here that you're very, very smart. So people are very impressed overall by you the first time that they see you, group number one. It's like a whole picture perfect here. It's kind of like they almost put you right onto that pedestal. Like, this is someone that we need to pay attention to. This is someone that, you know, has like all the goods going. So definitely I'm seeing here someone who they see as to be very successful. Also within the star here, I can see here that there is something very shiny about you. So whether you wear a lot of jewelry or you have some good stones, maybe diamonds, or you know, a good watch or something, I'm seeing here something shiny about you. So that might be the reason that some people, you know, might think that you're good. You're good for your money, you're good for to be successful or something. There is something about you that people notice that is also a little bit shiny. But I'm seeing also here within the Three of Cups, together with the star, that I'm seeing here someone who's very sparkly, who's very bubbly, who's very energetic. And also in that I see that many wish to be you, many want to be you. So as soon as they see you, it's kind of like almost like a nostalgic energy that comes up to other people. You know, I wish I could be like this person. If I've done that, or you know, if I worked maybe harder, I would have been like where this person is right now. I feel like you confront people a lot with their own lacking or maybe their own successes. So that depends like what type of person you are. Either they're impressed or either they're confronted by their own lack of, I don't know, like success, or their own lack of, you know, the way that they are. You're very confronting to some people. So yeah. At the same time, I can see here that they see you as someone to be young but wise. So you have a very young spirit, but as soon as you start talking, you're as well very wise. So people really feel like if you came and you know you wanted to work at some company and you have like your first interview, I feel like people will definitely get like that sense like, this is a person we want, this is a person who's very focused, very driven, they're very smart, and they have like a lot to offer. So yeah, if I would see like that way, that is like the way a lot of people kind of like see you. They find you to be a real asset in their relationships that you're in. Next up, we have here the Strength. So within the Strength, I'm seeing here someone who's also very charismatic. At some time, people might find you to be a little bit, how do you say it? A little bit cocky, or a little bit stuck up. But for the most time, people find you to be a little bit intimidating, a little bit strong, a little bit dominant, because you have like so many things going on. I feel like so many people just naturally succumb to your energy. It almost feel like you instantly kind of like dominate people without even trying, but because it's already in your energy. And I feel like maybe for most of you guys, it's just not something that you guys are aware of, but that just happen naturally. Like, you know, when you guys are somewhere, people just happen to become more submissive. I don't know, like, let me know in the comments down below, because I find it to be very intriguing, by the way. But yeah, that is the energy that I'm feeling. Overall, I'm also seeing here someone who walks into the room and a lot of people just, you know, dang, they notice you. And how else could they? Because you have like a lot of good qualities about you, or a lot of qualities that people envy. So yeah, you're definitely an eye catcher. You're definitely someone who people notice and who people wants to be around, or you know, they want to have like some type of connection with. It is really really interesting to see that here. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Next up, we have here adapt. So I'm seeing here within this adapt that you guys are someone who, as I said, you're very flexible. You can adapt to various situation and you can keep your head cool. So that is something that people notice very, like the first time they meet you. It's gonna like naturally vibrate in every new situation that you are, even if you inside feel a little bit uncomfortable. People just don't see that about you. It feels like you are never a misfit. You always know how to carry yourself, or what type of conversation to make, or as if you're having like a wonderful time, even though it could be like the most boring event. You always seem to like have it going on for you. It appears as if you're like such a good social butterfly. People just can't find to see that flaw within you. Like it's like you're naturally adapt to every situation. And I feel like sometimes a lot of people envy that, but it also gets like on the frustrating side of some people, because some people really feel unnaturally into certain situation and they feel like, very nervous or anxious, and you can see that about so many people. And I feel like with you, even if you're nervous, even if you're like dying inside, people don't see that about you, and they wonder like, how does this person just makes it work like that, makes it like so naturally, makes it like so convincing. You just have like a lot of things going on for you, and people are like naturally impressed by you. And it's not that you're working, it might be that you're working really hard for it, but other people don't see it. It comes like so naturally to you that people are just like thinking, how could like a person has like so many things going on for them? Like there must be like a flaw, right? There must be like something that doesn't work. And there might be, but that's not the first impression that you're giving. You're giving like you're just like this almost like perfect kind of like social person butterfly. And that is super intimidating to some people, but also I feel like for a lot of people, they admire that so much right away about you. It feels like, you just like so many talents, and that is amazing. Next up, we have your investigate. So I'm seeing here there is still, whenever they meet you, people are naturally intrigued by you, they're drawn by you, they want to know more about you. So there is something about you that is also a little bit mysterious, because maybe they want to know how you do it all, how you get like so many talents. And as I said, like people are naturally drawn to you, so people are naturally curious about you. They feel like there are layers to you and depth to you. So even you're not a superficial person, they don't see you as a superficial person, they see you as someone who has like layers to layers, and they're really curious about that. They really want to get like to know those layers of the layers. So that is really, really interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, next up we have here awaken. Look at this. Look at this. Like you're shining, you're stealing this show wherever you're going. That's like the sentence that I got. You're literally stealing the show wherever you're going. It's like you naturally draw the attention to you. You just can't help it. It's just naturally. Light seeker. With this, I'm definitely seeing like someone who brings in the light, who lights up people's life, who inspires someone. People, when they listen to you, I don't know if I like said it before, but I'm like I'm like inspired by you because I'm doing this reading. But definitely that is what I'm seeing here. Like you inspire so many just by being around them, and you have such a light energy that people just get motivated whenever they are around you. If you've noticed here, group number 1, sometimes you might be like around people, and whenever you're around, they get like great ideas, they get like going, they have like so much energy. And that is because you have that, and it rubs off on people that are around you. So people naturally feel so inspired by you. They know like there is something bigger going on here. They're just so fascinated by you. So let's see what else we have as we move further down your reading, group number 1. Next up, we have here the cardinal. So it could be, guys, that you have the area sign Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn within your sign. But we have here again investigation, so people are naturally drawn to you. They're curious about you. There is something that is a little bit mysterious about you. They see the depth within you. They see that, as I said, like there's nothing superficial about you. So they know that there's much more that they can get. Like from the first look, they see like, it's a good book. We need to read that book. Okay, they see someone who's very brave. I feel like because you have like so many things going on for you, and as I said, because you're not superficial, it seems like you have like a good story that comes with that. So they see also a very brave person and a pioneering spirit. So that's someone who takes, who walks in front, who takes the lead. And we already seeing this also within the Leo. We're also seeing someone who's very successful. So yeah, they definitely see you as a leader. And as I said, like they have like that submissive energy whenever you come in. Next up here, we have the Libra, and we also have the Libra right there. So I'm seeing here, they also see someone who's very fair, who's very, you come over someone who really thinks things through, who really makes good decision, fair decision for everyone involved. I mean, people do not feel like they can go wrong with you, even if maybe your decision might be a little bit strict or might be hard, or they feel like they get the best of you all the time, like you're not unfair. So I feel like people are not easily upset by you, and they can, from the first time they meet, that they know, okay, this person, whatever I do, this is a person who's going to be fair with me, who's going to be honest with me, who's going to, really, really let me be who I am. Okay, look at that. We have fairness, consideration, harmony. So yeah, that's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Like, you have some good energy, group number one. Next, we have your Chiron. We have hurt and heal. So as I said, this might not apply for everyone, but I'm feeling for some of you guys, it will be that because they see a certain type of wisdom through you guys, and that might be because, life might have not been easy for some of you guys, might be, something that you carry with you, and those are the layers that they can see. They can see like, there is something going on there. And I feel also that they know that whatever happens, you'll always be there for someone. They can sense that you might be very loyal. They also find you to be very, as I said, like a little bit also mysterious. So we also have here a water energy. People find you to be very empathic, like at first. I feel like you're very nurturing. That's like the fairness that they feel right away from you. You can be strict, but you can be soft as well. Like that good combination makes you take good decisions for people and all the people always that are involved. And we also have your spirituality. We have that intuition and that compassion that I was talking about. You always have like someone in mind. Like people feel like when they come to you, you take them seriously. You really listen to them. The first time that they see you, they know like, if I have like something to say, if I want like someone to truly listen to me, I can go to this person. Like that trustworthy, that's like your energy. Like, dang, I mean like so good. And they sense that because you have like this maybe vibration that you have that's a little bit spiritual, that's that you're open for things, that you're really open to listen to other people. So you have some pretty good energies coming through group number one, right, from what you can see here. So let's see what else we're having here. Ooh, wait, hold on. Next up here we have Virgo. So we have here that you come off as being very helpful, very organized, but also modest, very into detail, analytic, innocence, and perfectionist. So these are kind of like all the things that we saw here within the readings, and not maybe as specific, but now it's coming down to you being very helpful to other people, you being very organized or very put together. That's like what we're talking about. When people see it first, it seems like you're so, put together, so, graceful and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't become like too cocky. You don't like let it all rise to your head or something like that. You stay modest, but you also look at the details. And the analytic part, we already saw that in the Ace of Swords, where you are very smart and, good with words as well. And a sense of perfectionist as well. So yeah, all the things are kind of like coming together with these last cards. So let's see what else we have. We have here the water, which you already had. We have like the water as well here. So those signs are popping up again. So we're having here that you are deeply emotional. You're very sensitive, intuitive, perceptive, and you have a lot of feelings. And I feel like that is why people are just naturally drawn to you. They feel like you're a very trustworthy person that, as I said, you take them very seriously, that they have like something to say around you, and that they belong. Like that is the sense overall that I'm getting with whoever is around you. They belong. It's like no one is too good to or less to be around you, too less to be around you. Everyone is equal. And that is something that you give people like the first moment that they see you. Next up, we have here the Scorpio. So you have also someone who is very intense, very powerful. So again, we're having that Leo energy. So it's almost like some people find you to be very intense and very, powerful and come across a little bit as dominant. And I can feel like those are the people who are very much intimidated by maybe your appearance and are insecure, but overall maybe just a little bit. And so that has that influence upon that. And you have like an other side of people who think that you are pretty good to be around and very laid back, and they see like that side of you that is just loving and caring and nurturing. And you also have like this one who thinks like, oh, this person might be having like a second agenda, this person might be like too intense, this person might be very much dominating or something like that. So some people are very afraid of you, and others, they just kind of like click instantly. It's like you have water or fire. It's like it's black or white, it seems like with you. They either like you or they're either intimidated by you. Like that is the feeling that I'm getting here. Also, we have here the 11th house, which I'm seeing you having that social justice, your charity, your groups. So again, we're seeing here within that group that really likes you. They see that you're very helpful, that you're very giving, and that you're always looking for the best interest of everyone. And they find you to be very futuristic as well and humanitarian. So yeah, see here a lot of good stuff. Next up, we have the card conjunction. And for me, it shows here that people find you to be very, moving. They find you to be very energetic as well. So that for me kind of like divides this group literally in two pieces. Like, as I said, some of the people will find you very I'm kind of like starting to stutter, sorry about that, but some of the people might find you to be very energetic, very dominant, very there, they find your energy to be very intense, maybe just a little bit cocky, but yeah, you also draw that attention. And other people just find you to be really soft and caring and loving, and they see all of those traits, but kind of like in a different perspective, in a much calmer and subtle perspective. So group number 1, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful Botswana crystal, and the Tattoo Ink Tarot card deck. So let's hop into your reading to see how others perceive you at first. So keep in mind that this is how others perceive you and not per se who you are. So yeah, let's dive into that. So I'm seeing here that in the Four of Coins, people might find you to be a little or come over a little bit materialistic, a little bit maybe focused on your possession, on the things that you have. So it might be that they tend to find you a little bit of a bragger. I don't want to start negatively, guys. Don't hate me for it, but yeah, that's like what I'm sensing. Keep in mind that this is what people think or perceive, and it might be because they have like their own feelings, they might have like their own insecurities about their material stuff, and so you might be confronting them with what they're missing or lacking, or you might say things in a way that might come over as you're bragging about your things. Next up, we have here the Queen of Swords, which tells me that a lot of people find you to be very, very honest, a little bit to the blunt truth honest. So I feel like people are often very intimidated by the way that you speak. You might blur things out that people might find to be a little bit to the hurtful side, or a little bit more, you know, more truthful than they can handle, and it comes a little bit harsh to them, even though they feel like you mean it so well, but sometimes it comes over as it is like really hurtful. That's like what I'm seeing here. It might be that you guys are absolutely honest and you guys always try to take other people into consideration, but I feel like other people find you to be just a little bit too harsh, just a little bit too fiery there, even though with the swords we're talking about air. Also here we have almost like another opposite group here, that you come across as someone who is absolutely into themselves, a little bit as a loner, someone who is super independent and don't maybe want to get involved with everyone. I feel like someone who's always minding their own business. I feel like not everyone can get you, or not everyone seems to get you. You might come off a little bit standoffish, like you're not easy to approach. They find it really difficult to, get a conversation going with you. It might be that because you come over as you have like these traits, so they might feel like a little bit intimidated. They might feel like you don't belong, or people might find you like you don't belong, and so they might tend to stay away. I feel like people might be a little bit afraid of you. Group number 2. I don't want to like, yeah, that's like what I'm getting. I'm like, people might be just a little bit afraid of you. They don't know how to actually get a good conversation going on with you, so they might try to avoid it. Also, we have here the Ace of Coins. I'm seeing here that within the Ace of Coins, they definitely see someone who's smart, someone who has maybe a lot of things going on for them, who might have maybe all the skills, but for some reason people are staying like afar. It's like they admire you, but they'd rather do that like on a distance, because they don't know like how your mood is. They don't know like how, they just don't know. They just don't know. And we have here the Four of Cups. So I'm definitely seeing here within the Four of Cups that they tend to just they don't. This Four of Cups, let me like try to put it like in the right words. I see like they see you, but at the same time they don't see you. Like, as I said, like it's like they are watching you on a distance, and I feel like a lot of people want to interact with you, want to communicate with you, because there is something about you that's very intriguing. But they don't know. They're very unsure. I feel like there are a lot of people who are actually afraid of you. Like, yeah, you kind of like have this very fierce energy about you. And at the same time, for some people, they just don't know what's going on with you. It's like, not like that, like, you know what's going on, but there's like, they just can't put their finger upon it. And they're like, I don't know, like, what should I think of this person? Like, yeah, it's kind of like they're very doubtful about that. Okay, so we have here the Four of Swords. So definitely we have the Hermit here, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Four of Cups here. So I'm seeing overall, it's like something that people just, yeah, people just try to stay away from you. Because there is something about you, they feel your first impression is maybe that you don't like people, or you don't like to be around people. You just like to be left alone. Like, and maybe when people try to, be around you, you kind of like will be harsh or just send an energy off that just makes them doubt their existence. Like, should I even be here? Should I like be around this person? Does this person want me around? I feel like that is that's like how they're feeling. Like, they feel so almost like unwelcome by you. They're so intimidated, so afraid of you. Like, does this person even wants me around? Like, they don't know that about you. They definitely don't know that about you, group number 2. This is a very, very interesting reading. I'm like in awe. I'm like, I wanted to get good stuff, but this is good stuff as well, guys. If you're group number 2, this is a very interesting situation. I would like to know about this, group number 2. You have to share your story if you want to, but yeah, definitely let me know in the comment box down below. If you have like this happened to you, if some people told you this, what was like the situation like? I'm very curious, guys. These things are very helpful as well, because just get to know you guys. It's so cool. So next up we have your Scorpio. So you look at this. We have intensity. We have purging and renewing. We have exposing. So I'm also feeling like almost like this. They feel like exposed by you. Like you will hit them with the truth, like dang, and it will be like, okay, no, I didn't want it to hear that. So I rather like stay away. I feel like sometimes you might have like this rebellious energy around you, or this energy that you're just like mirroring someone. And because people are so afraid of what they might see about themselves, they stay away from you, or you might be like just too confronting about something. So yeah, you come across as to be very, very intense. Very, very intense. Just like getting like this energy. So we have the house 3. So we have here early learning. We have childhood relations. We have relation with mind and communication. So overall, I'm seeing here that they're seeing someone. It could be for some of you guys very specific, that they see someone who has a little bit of a troubled childhood or has a little bit of a trouble with different things. For some of you guys, this will apply, not for all of you guys, so take that as it resonates. And for some of you guys, I'm also seeing here that they don't see you as someone who communicates really good, because we have this like coming back again. So I'm seeing here that they wish they could communicate with you more. You come across as someone as being very quiet or very difficult to communicate with. And as I said, guys, this doesn't have to be that you're this way, but how people perceive you could be totally different than who you truly are, because once you open up, this could like literally change. But this is how people see you at first. Next up, we have here the fire. Okay, look at this. They see you as someone who has a lot of fire in them, right? Who has like, as I said, like the Queen of Swords here. I know it's air, but I feel like a whole fiery energy coming across, like, dang, don't mess with me. Really don't mess with me. And that's like what I see. There is a lot of confidence. So even if people are afraid of you, I think a lot of them are afraid of you because they know you're very confident, and you might literally not care what other people think or say. And that's the reason why people find it to be very scary to be around you. Okay, because you're a very passionate person. You just say what you think, and people take it or leave it. That might be, how you come across. And in a way, people find that to be very brave as well. That takes courage to also be just like who you are. So I'm seeing here that people tend to respect that as well. Like, they have like an admiration for that as well. We also have here that they see you someone who's very secured, very stable. But also when you have like something on your mind, it could be that you have like this stubbornness going on here. As I said, like I feel also a rebellious energy to you guys. So it could be that, that persistence. The other side of that could be a little bit of a stubbornness. So I'm seeing here that people are a little bit, they admire certain traits of you the first time, but they don't know where to put it. It's like, is it left or is it right? But overall, they find you to be very loyal. So if they have you like on their good side, I feel like most find you to be very loyal and very, a hardworking person. And so as well, very dependable. They can depend on you, like no matter what. Whatever you say, and they know if they come back, it will be like the same. You're not someone who's going to change their mind or make believe or something like that. So yeah, you're a very solid person. You know what you see is what you get. That's like what they're feeling about you. What you see is what you get with this person. We have Mercury, so we're seeing here someone, they see you as someone who actually, even though you have maybe a lot to say and you're very, stubborn or something like that, persistence, call it what you want, but they see you as someone who's a thinker and who's eager to learn, who overall has a great network, but is a bad in communication. Now, it might be that you guys might not always be bad in communication, that when you guys want to, you can be excellent at communication. But I feel like they are like, this person, it's like how they stand. It's like, if they want to, they will make it happen. But if they hate you, you're going to make it clear. And that is the thing that they find to be a little bit scary about you. Like, we don't know. We also have like this Leo energy, which is very intense, very fiery, very dominant, also a little bit stubborn. So yeah, we have here again self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. And that is just how you come across the first time that I see you, which is really, really cute. So next up, let's move just a little bit further into your reading to see what else we're getting. We're getting here strength. We're getting the tiger. So I'm seeing here that I see you at the first time as someone who can really strike out and hit you, like really hit you hard. So as I'm saying, like it's one of the other with you. They're like keeping their distance because they don't know, like, where you're standing. Next up, we have loyal. Definitely, I'm seeing here, once people get over that, there's also the side of you as they see to be very loyal, very confident, and also kind of a bit of sweet. But you really have to dig deeper. They really have to kind of like sit a little bit longer with you to have that first longer impression. And next up here we have transformation. So I'm seeing here that they see someone who's working hard upon themselves or work hard to themselves. You're someone who's open to growth, even though if you might not act upon it, they can feel that you're very much open to growth and open to listen to other person, even if you might be very opinionated about things. Also, we have here someone who they accept pretty easily, and that they accept you. They just truly accept you, and you come across as someone who also accept everyone. You don't make a difference, and that makes it also very, I don't know, almost like reassuring to other people. Like, this person just is who they are, and there's like nothing behind it. Like, because maybe you're so much opinionated or you're so truthful to the other one that people don't tend to see that you have like a different agenda. So they think you are pretty honest and good for your word. Group number 2. So group number 2, this was your reading, and I hope that you found this reading to be insightful. If you did, be sure to give this reading a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 3. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful Luna Soul Tarot card deck and this crystal geode. So let's hop into your reading to see what first impression you leave the first time people see you. So I had some pretty interesting readings so far, so I hope that you guys are ready for what's coming up. So the first card I have here for you, group number 3, is the Justice card. And within the Justice card, I can definitely see here that a lot of people find you to be a little bit strict, a little bit maybe stern. That is the first impression that they get of you. But then again, they find you to be a whole maybe wanting to go maybe by the rules and making sure that everyone is treated fair and that everything goes the right way. That's like what I'm getting, like very much strict and stern here. You might come across maybe even like as a teacher or someone who has a lot of wisdom to make like good decisions or something like that. That's like how you come across. Like people tend to listen to you like right away. If you have like kids, or if you happen to be like around kids and you just like talk, they will listen to you. Like everyone is like, okay, you know, this person said something and we have to listen. Like they listen. You might have like a strict voice or a tone of yourself that people just tend to listen to. Like you're like, dang, I need to listen like to this person. Like that's like how they feel. Next up here we have the 10 of Disc, which tells me that a lot of people see you as someone who has it all. Just like they have it all. You have the beautiful house, you have the dogs, you have the kids, you have the family, you have the perfect study, you have like almost like the perfect life. And I feel like a lot of people envy that. So they see you as literally a person who won a lottery in life. Like, you know, you have like everything going for you. And whether it is because you literally have everything going on for you, or that you carry yourself a certain way that makes people think that, it's definitely the energy that they see from you. It could also be that the way that you talk, because you have maybe that voice, that tone, like you have like everything like together. You come across as to be very structured, very organized, and you know, like you have like a solid foundation. You really think about the things and the decision that you make in life. You come over as someone who is pretty smart in decision making. If you're young, you might come across as someone who's already older in a way of thinking. You come off as someone who's very mature. Like, dang. At the same time, I can see here that a lot of people, there's another group of people who see you as someone who is completely on their own. Like, you know, you could do things that so many people just might want to have a partner with. But for you, it seems like you are very, very independent, and you might come off even to be a little bit shy, or, you know, a little bit draw back, or more as an observer. So even though if you have like a lot of things going on, I feel like people don't understand why you're that shy, or I feel like they're a little bit confused by that. There could be like, you know, this person has like so much going on for them, and why are they a little bit, you know, shy? Why aren't they here? Like, for some people, you really come across as to be shy, as to be a little bit a loner, as someone who's very much independent and wants to stay that way. I feel like for some people, you come over as someone who doesn't want to commit, who does want to stay like alone for the whole entire life. You might be like someone who likes to be just like alone, or who likes their alone time, or people think that you like that. Maybe because you value your time, right? And people don't know what to think about that. We're also having here the Queen of Cups. So it might also seem here we have like a split of people thinking thinking here. But yeah, when they're in the Queen of Cups, I can definitely see that people see you to be as someone who is emotionally very, compassionate. You're very nurturing. You're very kind to other people. You're very friendly. You may be very helpful to others. You really listen to other people. People feel hurt when they are talking to you because you really listen, you give them attention, you give them the sense that they are seeing something important, that they matter. But the Knight of Disc here, I can see that a lot of people see you as someone who is still finding their way. So I can see here it's almost like a split. It's like this group is thinking that you're still finding yourself and figuring things out and developing your future, etc. And that you're really on a learning path and establishing something. As for this group's things, like you have it all and you're very kind and you're just naturally going. So it's like, I almost had this like in every group, there's like a splitting of two thoughts. And that is not that strange because, people never think always the same way. So this might be like the most dominant ways that the two dominant ways that people think of you. Next up here, we have the Queen of Disc. So I'm also seeing here, look at this. We have here on one side the Queen of Cups and we have on the other side the Queen of Disc. So at this side, I'm seeing here someone, at this side, they think of you maybe as someone who is good with business. You have like your things going. You really have a lot of endeavors going on for you. You're really learning a lot. You are definitely focused upon your future. You come across as someone who is hardworking, who's goal-oriented, and who really wants to make something out of their life and really has a good balance in their work life overall. So you really have a good work ethic. You're very disciplined. They can really count on you and all the things that you do. They feel like you're someone who naturally organizes things and has like all the things like under control. They're like solid. You're very loyal. They can count on you and stuff like that. And on the other side, they see you as someone who's already very accomplished in the things that they have and what they do, and that you're very nurturing and very, very sensitive and compassionate. So yeah, it's cute. Oh, look at this. We have here the Knight of Cups. And for some, you might just be wearing your heart upon your sleeve. And I get it. You might be, dependent on the person who you're with. But I'm seeing here that a lot of times they see someone who just naturally already shows their feeling. They don't have to like dig deep for the emotion. So it might be sometimes if you're feeling something, you're not a closed book. So everyone can see exactly what you're feeling, or what you're going through. So people might say to you like you just can't lie, you just don't have like a good mask face. So I'm getting that from you. Like a lot of people can just see like right through you, like right through your emotions in a good sense. They know what you're thinking, and you might find this to be even a bummer. Like sometimes you want to hide your emotions, but because you're so bad at hiding your emotions, people just can see what you're going through, and that might not be what you always prefer, even one at times, because sometimes we just want to keep things to ourselves. But I'm seeing here that people just see literally like right when they see you on your face, like what is happening and what is going within you. So they find you very easy to read emotionally, and I think that so many people find it to be a relief that they just know what you're thinking. So we have here the first house, and look at this. We have the individuality. So we have your self-image, approach to life. So yeah, as I was saying, like at this end, people see you to be very independent, that you work really hard to create this business, a man or woman image for yourself, and you do come across as a highly dependable business person. But I feel here at some people, you come across like a whole emotional person. So it's like a pretty divided first impression that you make. It's really cool. Next up here we have Mercury. So we have here think, learn, and network and communicate. So I'm seeing within this that they see you as someone who's a good thinker, who has like a good set of brains. You can really think for yourself. You're independent. You make a good decision, good choices. I feel like a lot admire you for the work that you do. I feel like they feel like you have like a great work ethic. um and also I'm seeing here that you're great just at socializing. You might go like to network events and stuff like that, and people are really impressed by you on how you present yourself in those occasions. Next up, we have here Aquarius. We have that they find you to be very original. You might also have like this type of energy about you that's kind of a little bit of different energy, or you might wear things that other might not dare. And so they find you in that way a little bit silly, a little bit, different than other people, very original in that way. So you have also a progressive imaginings. So in that way, I see here that because you have like this whole emotional side, once they put you like on that first impression, they also see you as someone who's very creative, but also a little bit of a dreamer, and who might be a little bit naive in their dreams. And I feel like some people might doubt if you are thinking like the right way. So this could almost be like your workplace and your family. I mean, let me know that in the comment box down below, group number 3. I'm really curious about this, or who you had like thinking this side and who you had thinking like that side. I'm really curious. Yeah, really good. Also here we have Jupiter, so we have also that they really see you as someone who grows and expands. You have like a lot to give, and you definitely share that as well with a lot of people. As we also have here the Queen of Cups, right, is someone who really shares and really shows that compassion towards others. Next up here we have Advance. So I'm seeing here that a lot of people might think that on this side you have a lot of things going on for you and that you already have an advantage, and I feel like some people might see that as, a reason to be jealous of you, a reason to envy you. So it might be, guys, for you guys, you have a lot of things going for you. You might have, a wealthy family, or you might have a great education, or you might have some opportunities within your life that others didn't have. And some envy that, and they can see that right away from you, that you're kind of like a lucky person. You kind of like got away with things that maybe others didn't get away with. Like, that is the exact sentence that I'm getting. Next up, I'm seeing here self, and we already had like this self image right here. So I'm seeing here that people see you as someone who's very self-aware. So it might be that you pay a lot of attention to how you come across, or people might think that you pay a lot of attention to that, or you put your focus to that. Next up, we have your gentleness, which belongs to this side, guys. So they see you as someone who is very kind, empathy, even though if your looks might be different, or if there might be something intimidated by you because you have like a lot of things going on for you, still they see this beautiful energy about you. The first time that they notice you, they see you as to be someone who might invest a lot in other people, who might give people a lot of chances, who is very forgiveful, even maybe to the point that it's a little bit naive. So they don't know, how to put that. Next up, we have like the honesty spirit here. So definitely they see you as someone who will say what they want in a good way, but definitely say the truth, bring out the truth to the light. So that is something that a lot of people appreciate about you, and they see that throughout the communication, the way that you say things, and that makes you to be very dependable, because people know that when you say things, you literally are saying the things that you're thinking. Next up, we have here alert. So people also think that you are very alert in seeing the opportunities that are coming your way, and that is the reason why so many might think that you're very lucky, because you have like this almost like sixth sense that you notice when things are coming to you. So I feel like people want to be around you because they might feel like, maybe I'll get on that train as well when I'm with this person. But yeah, it doesn't always work like that. So they tend to be a little bit jealous about that, group number 3. So group number 3, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 4. So here because you're drawn to this beautiful Modern Rich Tarot card deck, and of course the Tourmaline quartz. So beautiful souls, let's hop into your reading to see how others perceive you at first, and keep in mind that it's how they perceive you, not per se who you are. So yeah. Okay, so first up we have here the Page of Cups. So right from this Page of Cups, group number 4, I'm seeing here that they see you as a person who's tend to be a little bit naive, who is a little bit soft, a little bit youngish. It might not be that you guys are truly young, but you have maybe this young vibration about you that people might think that you're younger than you are. Maybe you're very energetic, very bubbly, almost have this innocence type of energy around you that yeah, thinks or makes people wonder like how old you are, or you know, if you are very young or something like that. Next up, I'm seeing here that we almost have here a little bit of an opposite here. It almost feels like one person sees you as to be very honest and gentle and almost innocent, and the other hand, I feel like other people see you as to be very almost to the point of a reckless, or you know, going your own way, or being a little bit rebellious, being someone who just wants to go out in the world and just experience some adventures. As I have to say this, guys, I feel like this is almost the Fool card just upwards, and then the Fool card in reverse. Like, that's like what I'm feeling. Like, at one hand, some people see you to be as the Fool, so as someone who is very bubbly, very energetic, very optimistic, maybe a little bit youngish, boyish or girlish, or something like that. And at the same hand, you have like the opposite of the Fool, who is in reverse, who's kind of like a little bit impulsive, a little bit reckless. They do what they want, almost type of like that vibration. So it's almost like you're flipping here the coin, like, you know, see like who sees you, and that is exactly what I'm getting here. So next up here we have the King of Cups, and in the King of Cups, I see here that a lot of people see a potential in you in growing more emotionally, becoming more aware of your emotions. Some see you not per se as the Page, but more as the Cup. So ooh, you got like here a lot of variations with how people see you. This is kind of like the first group that's like already has like 3 types of way on how people see them. But I'm getting here that on one hand, they see you as a Page, at one hand they see you as a King. So literally someone who's absolutely in control of their emotions, who is emotionally pretty well matured and self-aware, and they're very compassionate. They can really, you can really maybe put your words into emotions into words, or translate your emotions into words. You're very much good in expressing your emotions and let others know what you're feeling. So yeah, that is overall the first impression that you're giving here. It's like almost all over the place emotionally. But let's see what else we have here. We have here the Hanged One. So along this side, I'm seeing more of a rebellious type of person, someone who doesn't always follow the rules or think completely different. It might be also in a way creative different, or just imaginary different. I feel just like people see you as someone who always have a different opinion about things. It might be that you tend to be that way, or you come over that way, but you always seem to have a different opinion than everyone else does. And this is something that people notice. Like at first, it might just be something that catches their eye, like, you know, oh wow, that's a totally different viewpoint of things that I didn't think about before, I didn't notice, or that I wasn't aware of. I see that I find you a little bit challenging, not in any negative way, but that it really they really find you to be very intriguing, interested. Um, and absolutely, guys, some of you guys say, oh no, you know, interesting is not cute, is not sexy, but I think it's very intriguing to people to how you think, and I think people are really curious. It makes them curious about you. You know, why do you think like that? Is there a reason why you think like that? I don't know. I feel like you very much intrigue people, and yeah. Okay. Next up, I'm seeing here also that within this maybe almost kind of like childish, adventurous side of yours, they also see that you might develop some toxic or that you're easy to have some toxic patterns within you. Maybe they see some of the things that you have within your character as being a weakness or prone to becoming more addictive or to become a more impulsive, or they see something because they're naive. I feel like people think that you're easy to maybe manipulate or you're easy to be drawn into negative things, or that people find you to be so innocent that they're kind of like afraid that you will easily fall into like a trap, like a negative pattern, like you'll get trapped in something like that. I feel like people have the need, like firsthand when I see like this devil, I feel like people have the need to protect you from harm because they feel like you're so innocent, they feel like you're so naive. The first reaction of people when they see you, it's like, oh dang, you know, I have to protect you because you're almost kind of like, no, you're just like a kid, you're like so small, you're like so tiny, I need to protect you. It's like, doesn't mean, guys, that this is who you are, but it's just the energy that people tend to get around you. And on the other hand, they also find you almost to be like this toddler. I don't want to say like toddler, but that's like the word that came up to me. Sometimes like a toddler, like, you know, you're going like all over the place. But yeah, guys, don't beat me up on the use of my words, but I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay. Next up here, we have the Empress. So at the same time, guys, people find you to be very, very attractive. There is something very feminine about you. Whether you are a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, there is something that's very feminine about you. And with that, I want to say is maybe you have like big eyes or big, you know, long lashes or something that brings in that sexiness, but at the same time that boyish or girly type of energy around you. And I think people find it to be very, very sexy. I also see here, this is kind of like the first bound that I'm seeing, that people find you so super attractive. Like there's like this ooh, like ooh la la, like energy about you. It's so sensual, it's so soft that people naturally find you to be very attractive. I feel also within this group, people notice your body. They're kind of like in awe of your body. Maybe you're someone who does a lot of sports, or you have a naturally just good looking body or hourglass figure or something like that. Something that people want, and so they tend to focus very much upon that. Also, you come across as someone, as I said, who is very innocent and sweet and just lovable. So I'm seeing that people just love that appearance. It's very aesthetic. It's very gorgeous. What else you have? Also, people see you as someone who's very neat, very clean, very organized. I don't want to say like organized, but very well put together. You have like some good, I feel like, stylish sense of styling things, or just putting together everything just for it to be very aesthetic or something. So yeah, that is what I'm getting here for you with the tarot cards. So let's move to the other cards to see what else we're having. Okay, so right up here, we've got the Leo card coming up. So definitely I'm seeing here that, my bear, but definitely here I'm seeing that you come across as also being confident. So even if you have like that childlike energy, that innocent, at the same time you come across as someone being very confident about what they want, even though if it will not make everybody happy, but you know what you want and you're going to get it. At the same time, they see you as someone who's very loyal and very creative. Very creative energy here. It might also come across in the things that you wear. I'm getting like that's where they get it from. It might be that you wear big earrings, or guys, you wear something that is just very creative about you. I don't know, like you wear different colored socks or something like that. Okay. Then again, we have here the confidence, we have the optimism, the passion, and the bravery that all comes in within that Page of Cups. Also within the Chariot here. So yeah, they find you to be, well, everything is rolling. I can feel your energy coming through, group number 4. This is like all over the place. But yeah, very confident, very optimistic, very naturally happy, just excited about life, excited about so many things. I almost feel like your energy is very contagious to a lot of people. They automatically smile around you, they love to be around you, but also that sense of protecting you. And at the same time, you can be very rebellious. Also, we have here with a square, we have challenging situation, a mountain to climb. So I'm seeing here, definitely they find you a bit challenging, they find you a bit rebellious. Sometimes I feel people just don't know how to react, because I can sometimes feel like they feel like you overreact to things. So I feel like a lot of people just don't know how maybe to say things to you, or from that first impression how to deal with you. They might find you just a little bit too much to handle. I wanted to say too hot to handle, but yeah, that might be it as well. But yeah, I feel like an overall bubbly energy that get people going, that drive people even also crazy, like they just don't know how to deal with you. In a good way, in a good way. Next up, we have your mutable. So I'm seeing here the fluidity, right? You're always, I feel like people think like you're always like on a go. You're someone who doesn't sit still. It might be that, you know, whenever you are, you're just like hopping from one leg to another, or you're someone who just tends to always wiggle the fingers or your hands or your feet or something like that. You come across as being very active, or as being someone who doesn't sit still or has problems with just calming down and just staying like in one place. You're very mutable. That's like what I see here. Also, we got here the yin, and we also have like the yin here on the whole side. So you're very intuitive. People see that you have a really soft personality. You're very open, you're very nice, you're very kind. It's like you're just like this little bear, like very patient, and also very spiritually. So yeah, people have like a lot to say about you, group number 4. So let's move a little bit further down the reading to see what else we're going to get here for you. Next up, we have here a shadow. So yeah, this for me correlates beautifully with the card of the Chariot, because I can feel here that they're trying to say, like, you know, there's a white and there is a black. So there are almost like two sides of you. There is a very sweet, a lollipop candy side of you, and then there is a side that's very rebellious. And it's like, some people see that sweet side and some people see that rebellious side. Like, it's like almost like Cancer. Cancer tend to be like that, you know? Yeah, so that's like what I'm getting. Like there is something that people find to be very mysterious about you. They don't know if you are that sweet, or if there's something else, you know, about you. I feel like some people can notice that there are more depths to you, and that you're not like that sweet. And yeah, I want to say like that sweet as it is a negative, but there are more to you, that there are more depths than this, you know, just that sweet kindness and just being you get it. Then we have here the patience card. Look at this cat again. I feel like they see you as this kind of like soft, cuddly person, like really cute, half round, and you come across as to be very patient, very loving, very patient, very endearing. Wow, I'm like, you have to let me know, group number 4, like what is going on here. You're so cute. You're just like so cute. Next up here, we have boundaries. So as I'm seeing here, they see you as a person who has some difficulties with showing their boundaries. I'm seeing here that a lot of people see you as a people pleaser, not intentionally. And I feel like people might tend to be a little bit aware of that. They might tend to try to protect you so you don't overstep your own boundaries. So people really think of you as someone who needs protection, someone who is still like a small kid, and not in any negative way, but you know, you want to protect your kids, you want the very best for them, and I feel like that is how people just see you. But at the same time, we have like this Leo card, we have this, so you are as well very confident, or you come across as very confident, and I think that is because you're a very attractive person. So I feel people relate that to you as being confident and just feeling just good about yourself as well. Okay, so next up we have your pride. They see you as someone who is proud of who they are and is very comfortable in their skin and just like being who they are, and doesn't how do you say it, hold back into showing who they are. That's like, you just are who you are. Also, we have here the Knave of Coins, and with the Knave of Coins, they can see here that they see potential in you. They see that you got things going with that rebellious character and everything. It might be like on the surface, but they also see like within that there is really something magical about you. There's really someone who's hardworking, who has their heart in the right place, and who really wants to make something out of their life. It's just like a hardworking person. And next up we have here the Lovers. I see that a lot of people see you as a heartbreaker. They definitely see you as someone who's very seductive, who is a heartbreaker, and who they have to be aware of. Like group number 4. That's all the juice here. All the juice. They feel like, I want to get with this person, but at the same time, this person has so dang good sensual energy. They're very seductive. So, group number 4, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!